A former Hartford police officer has been arrested after an internal investigation into falsifying dozens of police reports. Michael Fallon now faces multiple criminal charges this morning. Investigative news reporter Marcy Jones joins us now live outside of the Hartford Police Department. So Marcy, break it all down for us. What exactly is Fallon charged with here?
Good morning, Roger. Well, this one is a doozy. Michael Fallon is charged with forgery, perjury, and a computer crime after admitting to falsifying 33 police reports. The former Hartford police officer will now soon have his day in court. Now, the 28-year-old former officer, he actually resigned back in March after inaccuracies were discovered during a routine audit. An investigation found Fallon overreported traffic stops and incorrectly reported gender and race on dozens of occasions. Eyewitness News also learned that Fallon admitted to sergeants he purposely lied on activity reports to embellish his activities over a 4-week period. He said his motivation for the scam was to impress his supervisors with increased activity. Back out here live, Fallon will appear in court next Wednesday. Coming up, we're going to tell you about a connection that makes Fallon's arrest even more shocking. Reporting live in Hartford, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.